guest alert. Before you get into this fantastic episode of Escape This Podcast, which I think you'll all have a lot of fun listening to. It's appropriate for the Halloween season, and we have some very cool guests. I just wanted to point out that I was recently in an episode of another show. I was a guest on Hook Cooks. That's HOOKCOOKS. Hook Cooks. It's a fantastic new show by some Aussie podcasters based in Melbourne. I had a lot of fun being on the show. We're given a prompt, and then each of us sort of brings a slightly pre-prepared idea based on a prompt, and then we try and mesh all those things together and make a coherent world, a coherent story, and then we write a tiny little audio drama and we act it out for you. It was a really fun show. It's really interesting. So go and check it out. Search Hook Cooks in any of your podcast players and give it a listen. All right, now give this episode a listen. Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. This is episode 7, I think. It really doesn't matter that I keep track of these numbers. It's the new episode of Season 13. Every episode we have guests come on and play through a room that Danny has created. This episode, we have 3 guests, all from the Quest Friends podcast. We have Kyle.
Hi.
We have Ari.
Hello.
And we have Hallie.
Greetings.
So before we get started, for people who are listening along who maybe don't know what the Quest Friends podcast is, would one of you like to give like a rundown of your show so people can be like, wow, that's cool. I'm going to go and listen to that right now.
Yeah, this is a great time for me to practice the new pitch. Quest Friends is an audio cartoon about friendship, family, and ghosts. Role-playing podcast that takes place where the realm of the dead is only a plane ride away. We got skeletons, we got ghosts, we got sirens, we got
vampires.
There are vampires.
We have vampires. We got vampires. I just recorded with the Lich. That one was a time.
All right, wonderful.
Excellent pitch.
There's a link in the show notes for people to go check it out. And the biggest thing I noticed about Quest Friends is it really feels like if you like our show, you would enjoy Quest Friends, even just in like a production value sort of level. The way you use music in the backgrounds, the audioscape, the quality of your recordings and the beat, the snappiness, it sounds good. What I'm saying, everybody, is it sounds good. And the reason we even started this is because we definitely already have an overlap of audience, which is how we ended up finding out about each other's shows in the first place. Every time we have guests on the show, we ask them the same questions. And the first question is, this is an escape room podcast. What is your escape room experience? Hallie, why don't we start with you? Do you have any escape room experience?
I do, yeah, a couple. I think I've made it out of like 20% of the escape rooms that I've done. The 20% is all with Kyle and Ari. They have always been in the room.
I was going to say, we've made it out most of the time.
Yeah, but then I do it with other people, and I'm not as good when I'm with other people.
No, it's not that you're not as good. It's that the other people are terrible.
The other
people are not
you down. Good.
They're not letting you flourish.
Yeah, they're just like beating down all my ideas. They're all really good.
Perfect. And then Ari, what is your escape room experience?
Yeah, my experience is the same as Hallie's. The only times I've made it out is when I'm with Hallie and Kyle. But I really like them. And usually I go to an escape room every year for my birthday. I haven't done it since 2020, but I'm planning on potentially doing it this year because they're very fun. Even though I probably won't get out because it won't be with Kyle and Hallie.
So it'll be with the dream team.
No,
I think the only time we haven't gotten out is with the purse incident, which is a perfect segue to Kyle's question.
Well, okay, so I have been pre-warned about this purse incident. So Kyle, I'm going to ask you what your escape room experience is, and I'm ready for a bit of anger.
So, the only time I haven't made it out of an escape room is with Ari and Hallie and the rest of the Quest Friends team. Except for my wife. My wife wasn't here for this one, but we were doing an escape room. I won't say where it was. It was probably one of the worst ones we've done, but it had a really cool exit. So we were already struggling because, like, We weren't sure how things tied up. There were a whole bunch of red herrings. And you know the thing where like sometimes you can ask the person for help?
Mm.
We exploited the heck out of that. And like we were getting prompts even when we weren't supposed to. Anyways, it comes down to the wire. We probably lost by, I want to say like 3 minutes.
Sure.
And that 3 minutes all relates to one purse because there was a purse in the corner of the room. And I asked my friend Tom, I'm like, hey, Tom, have you checked this purse top to bottom? Otherwise, I'm going to look in it, but I don't have time, like if we've already checked it. He turns back to me, says yes. The critical clue to getting out was in the bottom of the purse.
Oh, no.
I trusted him and I got stabbed in the back for it. So yeah, that's
yeah. One of the room runners was like, "Didn't you have the purse to me?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm not taking the fall for this one. No." And I threw him directly under the bus because I never touched it.
Yeah. I incorrectly remembered it as being you, and last time I said it, you said no, that's Tom. That's
I said
100%
absolutely not.
Tom.
It was Tom. Everybody thinks it was me, and it's not. So that's why I had to go on the record and say no.
Well, now it's recorded. Now it's out there.
Yeah, we have it on
so
record.
The world knows.
Good.
Don't trust Tom. Well, the other element of this show is that it is escape rooms mixed with the sort of tabletop role-playing style. So why don't we go reverse order? Kyle, given that, you're all from a tabletop role-playing podcast, I'm assuming you have an answer to this. What is your tabletop role-playing experience?
Yeah, so I've been playing for a while. I was going to try to remember the years, but I can't remember the years. It was a couple of years before I started Quest Friends, so at least over 6. I've been role-playing in a lot of different systems. I didn't do an escape room, but I did once force Hallie and Tom during a Quest Friends session in our first season to go through some of the worst puzzles I had looked up. Like I looked up the Professor Layton games. I looked up the worst puzzle in the entire series, and they got it. You answered it. You solved that riddle pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah.
Now, I have played all of the Professor Layton games.
I wonder what
What puzzle is this?
Bless you.
So this is the one where there's an image and it's in like a nice little house that, you got a fireplace going nice and cozy, and there's a block of ice and there's a jug of water, and it says how much water. It gives you a bunch of math, but basically says how much water do you have to pour on the ice cube in order to cause it to melt. Do you remember what the answer is?
I'm assuming none. It's an ice cube.
It's a Layton game. I assume the answer is none.
None. It's next to the fire.
Answer
what an ice cube.
Is none. You put it by the fireplace that's in the pitcher.
Okay, now I grant you, I might not have thought of that. I would have just waited several hours for it to melt on its own. But
we live in Australia. There's never
no such thing as ice.
There's no natural forming ice. It's all gone.
But yeah, that was I think universally on the forums that I looked in, that universally got the answer of this is our most hated puzzle.
very funny. I can
reckon
think
there are
of
some worse
many
ones.
worse ones.
And then Ari, what is your tabletop role-playing experience?
It's pretty similar to Kyle's. I've also been playing for a while, also around the same amount of time as Kyle. I think like they all of ours kind of line up pretty well. And right now, other than Quest Friends, I like play D&D with some friends. I'm starting another campaign on Monday, actually, another D&D campaign. So I like role-playing games. It's fun.
Wonderful. And then Hallie, what is your tabletop role-playing experience?
Mine actually goes a little bit longer than Kyle and Ari because I started 6 months before you, something ridiculous like that. I know, because Tom ran my first game, and that was before we knew you, and I don't think you had prior experience before that. So I'm going to claim has been doing it the longest because of that technicality.
Yeah, Ari and I started at the same time.
We started with the same game.
The same game.
But that was my second game that you started with.
So you were an old hand by that point.
I'm a seasoned veteran.
Oh, come on, kids.
That's a great way to turn into a professional, to have slightly more experience than everyone else. So you have to be the one to step up.
Yeah, just like a little bit.
It's like when I was in year 7 and I went to SeaWorld, and there was a really scary ride there, but I'd been on it before with my family. So when all of my friends were scared, I was the brave one.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're probably ready to jump into the room. Danny,
think so.
are you ready to take
Well,
over?
you know
And I
what?
can relax.
Pretty much, but I have one follow-up question that isn't a normal one.
Oh,
and
please.
Look, it's not 100% necessary, but I just want to know, are/were any of you Goosebumps people?
Unfortunately, no. I never read. I mean, I know of it, but I don't think I've read a single one, and I don't think
Interesting.
I have sat through a movie, even though it's been on my to-do list for a long time. Like, investigate Goosebumps is on my list of
It's on your
things to
vision
do.
board.
Yeah.
Well, I do. I watched them as a kid. I read a couple of the books. I like the one where the dad turns into a plant at the end.
Oh, that's a terrifying one.
I know.
Well, my experience with R.L. Stein's Goosebumps is that I was a coward as a kid, and I still am
are.
slightly
Yeah,
less of a
there-
coward. So I never read them.
Ah,
But
How
we have a
funny.
podcast about ghosts, so I like the vibes now.
yeah, I kind of assumed that it would be something you were all over.
I love scary
Who makes-
stuff
Who
personally.
makes a
It should
podcast
be.
about ghosts and ghouls and didn't read Goosebumps as a kid?
I was
You're a
afraid
fake
of
fan.
Casper the Friendly Ghost, okay? Like, I was a coward.
Danny Phantom, like that's where we're coming from.
It's Danny Phantom. I'm just.
Danny Phantom.
I feel like I'm just too old for Danny Phantom.
That's a shame.
And look, even the Goosebumps stuff doesn't matter excessively.
gotta put
It's just
Goosebumps
the
stuff in.
vibes
Yeah.
that I have gone for
You
with
love
this
the
one.
vibes.
So if they're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
great.
if they're gonna be wasted on you non-Goosebumps fans, then whatever. But
I like the vibes. I was just a scaredy cat. Also, I'm only 1 out of 3 of us.
I love scary stuff.
All right. Well, Danny, in that case, why don't you?
trust me, this is Goosebumps level scary.
Yeah. So not. So Danny, why
I
don't
like
you
scary stuff then.
whisk
Let's
us away
do
into
this.
a world of fear and horror,
Yeah, that.
but for children.
Yep. It's another morning of another day of the most boring summer ever, and you're wandering around the house looking for something to do. All your friends are at camp, and even your parents aren't around to take you somewhere fun. They're on a work trip, an archaeological dig in the middle of a desert somewhere. You and your bratty little sister Vivian are stuck with a babysitter named Pamela, who seemed cool at first, but she grew as bored with it as you are. You haven't even seen her today. Maybe she didn't bother showing up, which suits you fine. You're too old for a babysitter anyway. You find yourself walking to Vivian's room. She's super annoying, so you have no problem annoying her back. You're kind of the school prankster, so sometimes you test things out on her. It's her birthday today. Maybe you'll pretend you've forgotten. Yeah, no, maybe not. When you see her through the open bedroom door, she's already unwrapping packages the mailman dropped off earlier. Presents from all your out-of-town relatives. Vivian spots you and grins smugly. Uncle Mike and Auntie Laura got me a gift voucher. And you retort, that just means they couldn't be bothered thinking of a good present. And she scowls at you. Well, Nana got me a pair of headphones. To which you say, she's just trying to cover up your big ears. You're having fun. And Vivian is clearly getting angrier and angrier. Look, it's okay. When it's your birthday, she gives as good as she gets. Well, she huffs, Grandpa got me this. She picks up a necklace from a nearby shelf. It's a long, delicate chain with a big, sparkling sapphire in the middle. Looks expensive. How are you going to make fun of that? It grants 3 wishes, Vivian boasts. And you can't help it, you just start laughing. She just handed it to you. Yeah, wow, wishes at her age. And you are so doubled over in your laughter, you don't even quite catch what she says next. But then suddenly everything goes black. At first you think Vivian hit you, but that wouldn't cause you to feel this weird. It's like you're being squeezed, compressed. You feel yourself tumbling around, flailing and falling. And then it stops. Your vision returns, and you look around in horror. You're in a house, but it's not your house. It's Vivian's. Specifically, Vivian's dollhouse.
Yes. Yes.
You haven't looked at it in years, but you know these colors and textures. What? Oh no. Maybe you shouldn't have laughed about her 3 wishes. You look down at yourself and gulp. You see smooth wooden arms, fingers that are slender but only a tiny bit movable. Not only are you tiny, you're also a doll. You're lucky you can move at all. Oh, you have to fix this. Maybe if you got your hands on that amulet, you could wish yourself back to normal? Yeah, that should do it. But you'll need to escape the dollhouse, which is tough because it's shut and locked up from the outside, and the windows aren't even real. The only other opening you can think of is the chimney on the second floor. So you look around for inspiration. You're on the bottom floor of this dollhouse, of which there are only 2 rooms. You're in the kitchen. There's a dining set of a table and chairs, and a pantry. In the only other room down here, a lounge room, you can see because there's just a doorway, no door, there is a couch, a lamp, and a set of stairs leading up. Vivian never bought that much to decorate this dollhouse, so there's not much to look at. Your options are pretty limited, but you can find a way out. You're way smarter than her. You'll wish yourself free, and then you'll wish her into being a slug or something.
We'll debate that as we go. All right, fellow doll brain pals. Now, what Kyle wants to do is explore the kitchen, but I feel like it is most authentic. If we think the chimney's on the second floor, let's just go to the second floor. Like,
I want to see what cute little doll snacks are in the pantry, though.
What do we care about what cute dolls? Actually, I am hungry, so sure, let's
go. Let's explore the pantry. I also want to see if there's something in the couch after that.
We have always, us as a child, have always wondered. This is some character backstory now. We've always wondered like if a dog eats food. We've always wondered what would that taste like. We've always yearned for the sweet taste of doll food.
It looks so cute. It's so tiny.
You walk over to that and, this isn't exactly a pantry at all. It's just a big wooden box, and Vivian has scrawled the words kitchen cupboard across the front in crayon. The spelling is awful, like kitchen with 2 I's, cupboard pretty phonetically, Cubberd. She must have done this when she was really young. You examine this box all over, but you don't see any seams or hinges. No way to get it open. Ooh, okay. Hold on. When Vivian was little, she loved magic. I mean, I guess not much has changed there. Your parents would buy her all sorts of little tricks, and you remember sometimes she would get like a magic box, which is just basically a box that has a very specific way of opening it that you have to know, and it's impossible to just guess.
All right, well, I think our little doll arms are too weak to punch through it. I also feel like that's probably not in the spirit of things. Yeah, because the only other thing we got in here is a dining set. But I don't think Vivian would like tape something on the underside of a tiny doll chair.
Maybe there's food there and we can say what it tastes like. Maybe there's...
Here's my pitch for authentically exploring what the table set is like. I want to pick up one of the chairs and try to hit the magic box with it.
I was gonna say just start smashing the little trinkets.
I want to start smashing stuff.
We're just gonna
against
destroy her dollhouse for putting us here.
Before we destroy the dollhouse, though,
we're the doll. It's our house now.
That's true. It may be her room, but it's our house. Yeah.
If you had the doll strength to do any of this, you would be all over it. But apparently, I guess furniture is made to better condition than magic dolls, because nothing that you hit or throw or pick up on the rare occasion that you can, because some of it's really heavy, nothing seems to break.
Okay.
But you take a good look, just so that you've taken a good look at this table and chairs. It's probably the only furniture in here that is actually expensive, well cared for dollhouse furniture. It's just a table and 2 chairs, and they're made of finely polished pale wood, and you can even see teeny tiny screws holding the pieces together. None of this is painted. It's too good for paint. Sitting on the table's surface, there are half a dozen water glasses. I mean, not glasses, they're just thimbles that Vivian's put in here. She doesn't have doll glasses, but they are all full of water. And not blue doll water, just actual water.
What is blue doll water?
You know, like if you needed to create a dollhouse and you wanted to depict a glass full of water, it would be blue.
Like resin or something. Yeah, it's painted.
Resin. Resin, also known as blue
Yeah,
doll
resin.
water.
Blue doll water.
Gonna want to drink it.
You aren't even sure if you're capable of drinking in your current state.
Okay.
I want to see if there's anything in the couch, but I know we're in the kitchen. I just remember there was a mention of a couch on the.
Yeah, I'll go to the couch room.
Let's go to the couch.
My vibes are we got nothing here, and by that I mean there's probably something here, and we've all missed it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully once you've looked at everything, pieces will start to fall together.
yeah, like I'm sure there's a pattern to those half a dozen water glasses, but I don't care because I can't drink it. So
Right?
maybe there's snacks on the couch.
You head to the other room and you go for the couch. It's not really a couch, it's just kind of a lumpy bit of plastic that you could conceivably sit on, and there are a couple of doll-sized fake cushions on it. No interesting colours or patterns, but these cushions are a little bit cushioned and they do flip up, so you have a bit of a rummage. And underneath one of these cushions, you find a piece of paper folded up as small as a piece of paper can physically be folded. You bring it out onto the floor, and look, for you, it's actually quite huge when you get it all out. But you unfold it and take a look, and that is your first image.
Yes, so for people at home,
yes!
you can see this in the show notes, but Hallie is going to describe to you exactly how it looks.
Oh my god.
On note written in pink and purple ink, read, "Animals I love!" 2 exclamation points. And the words written below that are dog, jagger, mouse, burr, line, whale, cat, goldfish, panda, terfog.
Yeah, look, Vivian's spelling has gotten a lot better as she's gotten older, you have to admit, but she was awful a few years ago.
Yeah, I'm reading this all phonetically just so
Yeah.
the listeners
All right,
know.
so the animals that she loves seem to be a dog, lion, jaguar, whale, cat, mouse, goldfish, panda, bird? That sounded close to-
Bear?
Oh, bear. That's better. Yeah, bear. And then tree frog, probably.
They're all like 4-legged things
Okay.
except for the fish.
Except for the
And the
whale.
frog.
The whale and the fish are the outliers.
And tree frog, I guess.
And yet, evolutionarily, whales are still tetrapods.
They still have 4 legs. They just bunched their legs together and covered them in a big fin.
Isn't
Isn't
that
that fun,
terrifying?
Hallie?
Isn't that
I love-
just a
I love that
horrifying
fact.
image?
It's beautiful.
Aren't we just all thankful that snakes lost their legs?
Oh, how much cuter would it be?
All
Tiny
right,
little legs.
Okay.
I think this is a puzzle, unless someone has an answer. I'm getting the vibes this might be for another room. Like maybe there's a room where there's a bunch of animal stuff in there, and there's like a dolphin, and we're like, that's not a whale, it's too small. Let's kick
And
it
then
out
we're
of here.
magically out. We say, that's not a whale, and then we've solved the case.
Well, I mean, you
Exactly.
said it now. Danny, can you read the outro? They solved the room.
Turns out that's the magic passcode.
Case. We quacked the case. Okay, we should take the paper.
We
Yeah,
should
oh
take
yeah,
it
let's
here.
take the paper with us.
All right,
That's a
you,
good idea.
you are now lugging that paper around.
All right.
Okay.
Should we go upstairs, or is there anything people want to keep doing in
Yeah.
this?
Was there any other furniture in the living room?
There's a lamp, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Lamp.
I wanna kick the lamp because I'm frustrated that she doesn't have dolphins on the list. They're so cool.
Despite being dolls, dolphin.
Dolphin.
Yeah.
All right, you head over. You're not even paying much attention. You just kick the lamp in your frustration. And it knocks over, and the lampshade falls right off it. And suddenly you realize this does not look like a normal lamp. In fact, this is not a lamp at all. It's another makeshift thing that she did when she was little because she didn't have a real doll lamp. This is actually a round pencil sharpener, and the
Huh.
lampshade was one long pencil shaving. It was
That's impressive, honestly.
surprisingly convincing from a distance. You take a closer look still as you try to pick it up, maybe put it back together, and you notice something else Vivian's done. This must have been later in her childhood because on this long pencil shaving, there is some writing on it. Teeny tiny letters in fine ink. that has taken a bit more penmanship than her earlier efforts.
So that is also a link for people at home if you want to see in the show notes. But Ari will do her best at trying to describe this to you.
Oh no, not me. Oh, what is this? Oh, why?
I don't like this.
It's like an unfolded paper with a bunch of letters. There's a red on the top, then there's blue letters, then there's brown letters, and then there's green letters. They're all pretty haphazard. There's RIAMNETLK. for the red.
Yeah, there's 40 letters. You don't have to read them all, don't worry.
Okay,
so
I was
much.
like, this is gonna take a while.
I want to check something quick. No, okay, there's no pattern there. I want to see if there's a pattern in like, oh, there are certain letters that are missing in the ambles I love. But no, because like...
Probably a few.
No. Yeah, I was writing down all those letters and then I just stopped.
Fair.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was like, if they were like scrambled words or something like that.
No.
I don't think so.
When you see 40 different letters in a puzzle, ideally, that's the hope is that that's enough to make you feel too intimidated to try solving it right away.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. It says I can see it says Hume. It says bow. That's a type of bun.
Oh, I can see the word 10 backwards.
Oh, what about Gep? Isn't he the guy from Earthsea?
No, he's like Geppetto, the doll maker in Pinocchio.
See, there's so many puzzles here.
Pato. All right, we've got I got hot and hum I can make.
Yeah, I don't think
This is a great game of Boggle.
Magical.
All right, let's go to the second floor. I'm gonna keep staring at this.
Yeah, let's go because this is just.
So on the way up the stairs, like we're just reading the words that we can find on this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Our little doll man, just hears 3 sets of voices in his head screaming random word. Hum, hot, set, chic. No, wait,
that's true horror.
CHIC.
All right, so you head to the stairs with the intent of going up. You take a look at the stairs as you go. There are 10 steps altogether, and at the top you see it goes to a closed trapdoor that leads to the second floor. The stairs themselves are a bit unsightly because Vivian at some point has decided to get artistic with them. She's taken some of her animal stamps and stamped all over each step, but you know how it is with kids and stamps. So much and so blurry, it's hard to even identify what the animals are. To the best of your ability, you can get a bit of a description of what you think you can see on each step. You can also go to the top of the stairs if you like. Would you like to focus on the stairs or look at the trapdoor?
Well, gang, I'll tell you, I know what the 10 animals are. They're a dog, lion, whale, cat, goldfish, panda, bear, mouse, jaguar, and tree frog. Because the second you said 10, I'm like, how many animals are there? There's 10. There's 10 animals. I don't know what this means, but those are
but like, what order would we even step on them? I don't know what it means either.
Maybe one of them isn't right?
Yeah, this is actually interesting because as you look at these stairs, even though there are 10 steps, there only seem to be 4 different stamps that have been used. For example, the first one, again, it's really hard to tell. It's some sort of lumpy animal, and you think it's meant to have black and white splotches. It's hard. The second step, all you can really tell is that it's something with very big feet and very big teeth. The third step is another splotchy one, like the first step. The fourth is something small with a long tongue.
Long tongue.
Okay, so that's probably the tree frog.
Oh yeah. So I think it's like panda, jaguar, tree frog, but I don't know what the other splotch is.
I think that's a repeat of the panda because there are only 4 unique stickers.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
The fifth step is another one with big feet and big teeth. The sixth one is pretty wild. It kind of looks like its head is exploding, like with a mushroom cloud. That's the best description you can make of that one. And the 7th step is exactly the same, another mushroom cloud one.
I meant to say whale just because that sounds
Yeah, because like a whale just...
No, I think it's a lion.
The 8th is another Bigfoot Big Tooth. The 9th is another long-tongued one. And the 10th is another black and white splotchy one.
Okay, so we've got panda, jaguar. Are we thinking that for the long tooth one?
That's what I'm thinking.
You sort of look at that one, you go, yeah, the Bigfoot, big tooth, it could be a jaguar, except surely if it were a jaguar, you'd be noticing spots or something as well.
Or a long tail.
Yeah.
No, I guess
could
they
be
do
Would it
have
be
those.
the bear?
Could be a bear.
Yeah, maybe a bear.
Yeah, maybe.
Panda, bear, panda, tree frog, bear, and then what was the next one?
Lion, bear, tree frog, panda. So I think the lion is the one with the fuzzy cloud on the top.
So yes, this was the one that looks like its head was exploding with a big mushroom cloud.
Okay.
That sounds
really
like a lion to me.
E.T.
I relate to lions because that's how I look like in the morning. Like I explode with a mushroom
It looks like the mushroom cloud is like coming off it more than surrounding it. Like
Oh.
it's
Coming off of
not.
it.
It doesn't feel main-like to you.
Okay, then I've been thrown.
All right. We've been tricked. We've been bamboozled.
I've been bamboozled.
The only thing I can think of is
Mushroom.
the goldfish fin.
It definitely looks like it's the head that's having this effect.
Having the mushroom cloud.
A
Yeah.
dog?
Why do we think it's not a lion?
Because apparently it's not around his head, but it's like,
By
Right?
the head?
yeah.
More like coming off the head, off the like up off the top of the head.
Yeah. I don't know if you have warheads, the candy, but it looks like the warheads. Like,
Okay.
Does it?
Google warheads. The
A little-
candy.
I think so. Hold on.
Oh my god, is it
Oh.
a whale? Is it the
The whale. It's the whoosh from the whale, yeah.
That helps so much. That
Oh.
was the best hint anyone's ever given.
Great.
All right.
Awesome.
Yes.
Let me just cross out all of that.
I'm so happy it's a whale.
Panda, bear, panda, tree frog, bear, whale, whale, bear, tree frog, whale. What does
Yes.
this mean?
No, wait, the last one is the panda.
Last one's panda.
Oh, last one's panda? Okay. I
Yeah.
misread that.
Keep
All
up,
right.
Kyle.
Panda, bear, panda, tree frog, bear, whale, whale, bear, tree frog, panda.
Okay. That's what that spells.
Panda doesn't have anything wrong in the spelling. Bear is missing an A. Tree frog is missing an R.
Yeah, I don't think that's part of the hint. I think that's just that she doesn't know how to spell.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You got me there. So
Okay.
all right.
So to
Let's-
confirm, we can't get up to the second floor because there's a trapdoor.
You can try. You climb the stairs, you push on the trapdoor, and perhaps as you predicted, it doesn't budge, and there's nothing to grab, so it's definitely a push. But your stupid weak doll arms just cannot make it move.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So we got the and the paper and
I'm trying to see if these letters make anything.
I'm taking a look at what we're
from here.
missing. We're missing a goldfish, a cat, a dog, a jaguar, a mouse. So we're missing 5. No, and a lion. We're missing 6.
I mean, we didn't see anything on the cupboard that seemed to have animals in them, and that would be going all the way down. But I don't know if there's like a thing to press in there.
The only thing on the kitchen cupboard was that was also misspelled, and I was like writing that down to do an anagram, but I don't know if it's an actual real clue. But I would like to go look at it again if we can.
You don't think that there's anything particularly cluey about it. You just think that Vivian was a bad speller.
Vivian. Okay.
Ironic, because she seems to be pretty good at spells now.
Ooh,
Hey!
gotcha.
Hey! Oh, I'm in agony. Okay, so the spelling doesn't matter.
And then I'm trying to figure out what these letters and there's like 4 colors.
Yeah.
So for the thimbles of water, were they all full the same amount?
Yeah, they were all quite full.
Okay.
Is there anything on the bottom of them? There happen
No.
to be more letters. She seems to write
None.
More
none.
letters.
No, you do not. You scour the bottom floor and you do not find anything else of use. You have
Okay.
everything.
Gang, hear me out.
Yeah.
I want to take 2 of the things of water and set them on the whale stickers only. Because the whales are in water.
No,
I
don't want to do that.
That's all I've
But
It's gonna
got.
waste
pour
our
the
water.
somewhere, maybe.
Well, I'm not gonna pour the water because I think it's stuck in the glass. I was just
What
gonna
if you
set the
trip
glass
with your
on
weak
the
little doll arms and you?
You could pour that water if you did trip. So be
but it is actual water. But
right,
it is
right, it's
also
water,
just
water.
actual doll stairs. And even though you can't rule magic out at this stage, obviously, you don't see anything mystical about how the stairs might interact with water.
Is there like a hole in the box I could pour the water?
There is not that you can see.
Okay, well there goes that idea.
In the kitchen, there was just the table and chairs and the pantry, right?
Yep.
Okay, there wasn't like a stove where we could boil
Nope.
a thimble. Cool.
Okay, so how is the trapdoor? Is it's locked from the other side? How is it locked?
You can't tell. That's what's so annoying. It looks like it should just push, but it's just got no give to it.
What if I pull it?
There's nothing to pull on. It's definitely a push.
Okay, well, there goes my feeling.
What? Can we jump on the stairs in the well, I don't know.
But it's such a good idea, though.
You can jump on the stairs in any fashion you want, and to your best understanding, they are just doll stairs.
Okay.
So they're doll stairs with stickers, not magic.
This paper with letters is
Whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa.
I don't know.
Like we can't stop looking at it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a good thing to keep staring at.
Okay, we're gonna keep staring at this. So I can spell panda with it.
We can spell bear like BER with it on the green.
Panda, I can get most of it on the blue, but the P is not there. I can get whale on the first one.
I don't know if like all of the names of the animals are in this paper, if like circling some of the letters.
It would leave only other letters not circled, and then that would spell something else.
Maybe. I guess another thing, but that's probably not related to anything, is that like aren't 3 of these primary colors and one of them is not, but that's probably not related.
We're gonna spend the rest of our days in this dollhouse. And we're not even gonna get on the second floor where all the nice stuff might be.
Oh, that's right. We have to get to the chimney.
You haven't even started the actual escape room yet.
No, we're just still at the
Horizontally, there's like a row red and then a row blue and then a row brown and a row green, right? And they're like kind of from a little bit curved, I guess.
Yeah, so if this was like a circle folded around something, would that change anything?
Oh, sweet. Hey, gang. There are
Yeah.
10 there's 10 columns. So I think we do have to. Here's my guess. We have to line up each animal with one row, still figuring out how to do that. Then we can read them left to right in order, taking the, like, let's say panda's red and bear is blue. So it'd be like R and then V.
Oh, and then we take whatever number step they are, like yeah.
Yeah, we just
I
have to
see.
figure out how they match up, which is what I'm struggling
I think bear
with.
might be the green. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's the closest we can get to spell in bear.
Oh, because you can write, because there's a B and an E and an R on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've
That's all-
already pointed out that doesn't quite work for any of the other colors.
Yeah.
Because a tree frog can be green, a bear
Like-
can be brown, a whale is
A
in
whale
water.
can be blue, but then the panda is not
Red, white, and
red.
blue all. Wait, red, black and white and red all
Red,
over.
blue, and red.
What are you
What's
talking
black
about?
and white and red all over?
Black and white and red all over.
Okay.
Paper.
Okay, yeah, you see, that was exactly
is
what Bill
exactly what
said
I
during
did.
the play test. That didn't even occur to me.
But
Because I'm a normal person, and I'm a normal person who knows that a red panda is a thing.
Oh, a red panda.
Red
Okay.
panda,
Okay. Okay, panda's top,
Taboo!
then it's whale, then it's bear, and then it's tree frog. So that's
You weird black and white and red all over people. I can't believe I
Makes
found more
sense.
of you.
I
we're the best people.
okay. Tree frog is green.
A green tree frog.
The whale is blue.
A blue
The
whale.
bear is brown.
Brown bear.
and- Yeah, brown bear.
The red
And the
Yeah.
red,
And a red
panda.
I'm upset. Okay, so panda we would need 1, 2.
Reach overt. Reach over T is what I see.
So what have you done there?
I did is I went, so you know how there are the 10 columns?
Mm.
So I matched each of them. So red is panda, blue is whale, brown is bear, and then green is tree frog. And then so I went in the order we have P, B, P, T, B, W, W, B, T, P. And I basically picked out the letter in each column in that order. So it's first one was panda, that's red, so that's R. Second one is bear, so that's brown, so that's E. So that would be REACHOVERT. So reach overt, reach over T.
Feels like you've gotten the right thing.
There's definitely
Yeah.
one
There-
else.
What
Like
does
a
it mean?
teapot or a teacup that we could reach over
Reach
tea?
over T.
Reach over tea.
There's a table.
Is there a T set?
No tea sets.
It was
nothing
just
like
the
that.
thimbles. Okay.
Reach over thimbles.
Reach over trapdoor.
Is there a place we can just reach over the trapdoor and open it from the other side?
Sadly, no,
No.
there isn't.
Ah!
Okay.
I think from an earlier discussion, Hallie has the answer to this one.
What? I don't have the purse.
I believe in you, Hallie.
Word. What has a T that I was looking at? Oh no. There was a kitchen cupboard and it was a box. It was a magic box.
Do we have to put our hand over the T in the kitchen?
It was
on,
misspelled.
Oh, over the T in the word kitchen.
on the word kitchen.
Is it that? Is it that?
You've never disobeyed animal stamps and pencil shavings before, so why start now? You go back to the kitchen and you look at the box where it does have the word kitchen scrawled, badly spelled, but there is still a T in it. So you sort of reach over it, don't feel anything, a little bit higher over the top of the box, and your tiny doll finger bumps onto a spot that feels just a little bit different. A normal human would need like a needle or something to poke in there to reach it, but you can just poke right down. And when you do, the box/pantry door springs open. You found the secret button.
Yay! Gang!
Yay!
What's inside, perchance?
Eagerly, you check out the contents, and sadly, there is no adorable doll food. There's only one thing in here. A fridge magnet. Plain, shiny, round, small for a real person, but quite large for you.
We're gonna put that fridge magnet up on the trap door, and we're gonna
And
move whatever magnetic thing is up there by just I don't know how. Probably
We're
sticking
gonna
it up
use
there.
the
and then
power
we're
of
gonna,
magnets.
You got
yeah.
it.
By the time you're like walking up towards the top of the stairs, that magnet is pulling and straining against you, and you reach the top and it grabs on something that is clearly sitting on top of the trapdoor. So you heave it, you slide it across until it is out of the way, and then you can push the trapdoor open. You have made it to the second floor.
Yay!
We said there was no magic here, and yet we have the magic of science and technology.
That's it. Magnets. How do they work?
Magnets.
Magic.
You stick your head up and look around, and you see there are 2 more rooms directly on top of the bottom ones, because it's a simple dollhouse.
Yeah.
To your right seems to be a bedroom, because you see a bed and a wardrobe in it.
Okay.
And the left room, the one that you have technically stuck your head up in, well, it's got a plastic bath, and right next to you, a metal toilet, but also a fireplace, which is a bit unusual for a bathroom. But you don't care, because fireplace means chimney.
I know this is not the solution, but I want to scramble up and see what prevents us from scrambling out of that chimney.
You move for the fireplace. It's large enough that you can step right in with barely a duck of your head, and you peer up, and there is daylight up there. It's open to Vivian's room, and what's more, right above the chimney top is a shelf, and dangling over the corner of that shelf is the blue amulet. If you can reach that, you wish yourself free. But you should probably hurry, because who knows how long it'll take for Vivian to come up with her last 2 wishes. So you try to give it a bit of a scramble, and look, it might be spacious enough that you can stand here, but there are no handholds whatsoever, and what's more, the flue area narrows just a bit too much for your inflexible doll shoulders. And the amulet just dangles up there tauntingly.
Is the amulet bigger than us?
It's not wider than you.
Because I was like, well, if it's magnetic, we could just throw the magnet up there and see if it'll pull it down.
To your knowledge, sapphires aren't magnetic.
Okay. Well,
If
we
there was,
didn't
like,
get
a
to that part
metal
of science class yet. So.
backing. That could have worked.
I want to see what's in the wardrobe in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's just time to turn over everything, gang.
Absolutely. Unlike the pantry downstairs, this is an actual cupboard for a dollhouse. And it would look neat and elegant if not for the tape.
Oh.
Its doors are completely sealed off by stiff packing tape that's as wide as your entire doll torso. You run a finger along it and it's completely stuck down. There's no wear or tear, no give, and when you give the doorknob an experimental tug, the tape keeps it firmly in place. You turn to leave, disappointed. But then, what was that? The wardrobe is shaking. There's something in there. Maybe Vivian sealed this off for a good reason.
I want to see what's in there.
It worked last time, so frustrated. I want to kick the bed in hopes that I'll figure out something like with the lamp.
The bed is not as helpful to kick.
Okay.
Whatever it's made of, it's got a bit of springiness to it, like a real bed, and you can tell that because the middle is sagging badly. It's got a big round sunken bit in the center. Vivian clearly hasn't treated it well. And in fact, just like the stairs and the lamp, she's drawn all over the bed's headboard and 4 posts.
All right. Kyle, would you like to describe this for the audience at home who can't see it in the show notes?
And look, just because you get a picture doesn't mean that you should solve a picture right away.
All right, so we got 2 sides of the bed here. So on the front side, we've got 2 posts. From top to bottom, it's HTVB. And then TLLT or TIIT or plus sideways minus sign plus.
Yeah, they could well be pluses.
Yeah, it could be a whole bunch of stuff. Could be ones. I don't know. On the right side, we've got 111, although the third one doesn't have the little hook. Oh, there is a difference. Some of these have hooks and some don't, of the ones and L's and I's. So I don't know what's different there, but something is. And then T, which looks different from the plus sign. I'm assuming the other side is the back of it.
The bottom posts, yeah.
Yeah, bottom half, flip point of view, plus TELI or 1, and then 9UV. And then there's some little scratches. What are those little scratches? Like the crosshatch.
Oh,
things?
that crosshatch section, that's to represent the saggy bit in the middle. There's just a big round sag.
Oh, I see it. Okay, I get it.
Does anything happen if we lay in the sag?
It doesn't feel like it's the right shape for your doll body. Like, it doesn't feel like you've been sitting here and made it sag, for instance.
I think because we were very some fourth voice in the back of our head said, hey, maybe we don't have to solve puzzles right away. Do we want to just overturn the entire kitchen, see if we can find anything there?
Bathroom, yes.
Bathroom, not the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the kitchen. We're done with the kitchen. I'm never going back to the kitchen.
Never going back.
Okay, I was like, why are we going back to the kitchen?
Let's grab the water and fill the toilet.
We can fill the bath. There's a bath.
I want to take
What's
a
in the
bath.
bath?
See, this is why you need to observe everything first. How are you going to know whether to fill the bath or toilet?
All right. Yeah. What are we filling? What are we filling?
What's in the bath?
Nothing yet. Let's look at them first. The bath, it's just a freestanding piece of plastic, so it's not connected to the wall or anything like that. And it doesn't have movable taps. It doesn't have pipes connecting it. It does have a drain hole, though, just for realism, I guess.
Okay. We could pour it in the
Perfect for water. Can we move it? Can we
Yeah.
push it?
A little bit. It's not really heavy, but it is big and bulky. So you can't lift it up and carry it around, but you could move it a little bit potentially.
I like to believe that in this moment there's a gentle point to the voice, like just one of my internal monologues being like, yeah, so now we have to investigate the rest of the room, and it just cut off by someone screaming, Fill the bath with water. Grab it. Grab the glasses and go.
This is the sort of thing, Omi, when we say, like, this is why listening to episodes can make a difference, just in terms of how well do you know my tones of voice and what I'm saying in these wordings.
All right. So I think that's a no for filling it. What else is in the bathroom?
Just the toilet. And, oh boy, no wonder this toilet was so hard to move off the trapdoor. Everything else in this house is wood or plastic, but this toilet, 100% metal. It is so shiny. You can see your reflection all over it. It's staring back at you upside down, you know, like when you look at a spoon and you're upside down.
Ooh.
And you can't tell if that makes your doll face more or less scary. You try to ignore it and you look more closely at the toilet itself and you notice there is something etched into the front. Like right at the bottom near the base, there is a number 4.
Number 4. Number 4.
You look around and yeah, around the circle of the base of the toilet, there are other numbers. So if you were sitting on the toilet, the front left has a 2. The front right has a 1. The back left is 5. And at the back right, there is a 3.
All right. So that's an order there, which matches with the picture of the bed frame, because we've got, you know, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, and then a thingy in the middle. Because it's tough because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know, like, if we just touch those in that order or if I'm going to have to do some algebra here.
Can you, the bedposts, I mean, were the knobs like loose at all? Could you turn them in any way, or was there any way to interact?
Could you turn it like 3 times one way and then one the other way and then say that you want to go to, I don't know, Portobello Road or something and then travel on the bed as it disappears and reappears?
Yeah.
Fight some Nazis.
I'm gonna
with the
roll to
lion.
see if I can do that.
It's not that real of a bed.
Okay.
Claim the Star of Astaroth! Doesn't seem to work.
Okay, I'm genuinely wanting to pour water down this bath drain. Like.
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
no, we
hole
have
there.
to. We gotta fill the tub. Let's take a soak and ruminate.
Fill the bath.
You hurry back downstairs, you get one of the water thimbles, bring it back up, pour the contents into the bathtub. It swishes around a little, and then it all runs down the drain hole. It seems that this plastic bathtub, it has like, you know, just sort of a light internal cavity to it. And so the water just pours straight into that.
What if we kept doing it and something floated to the top?
You pour a couple more of the thimbles in there and you don't seem to make any progress. Your fingers can just reach into the drain hole, but nothing is coming out of it.
And the box that was shaking has tape on it.
It's tape.
The wardrobe, yes, it's cut.
The wardrobe, yes.
Yeah, it's sealed shut.
So I've got 2 ideas right now, because I noticed that the numbers match the bedpost. One is that it's in order. We have to do something in order with all of these. The other idea is that you're asking me to do 4 algebra problems, but I'm not really seeing numbers here that I could use for a starting point.
No, it seems. Don't forget the other feature of the bed.
Oh yeah, the big hole. I could be wrong, but if I'm matching the image, the hole would be where there's nothing on the toilet.
Well, the hole would be where you sit as if you're on the toilet.
Top right is 1, top left is 2, bottom right is 3, middle top is 4, bottom left is 5, and then there's the sag spot. We have a metal toilet that has a bunch of numbers on it. Which
we saw reflections.
Oh, is this like a mirror?
Yeah, it had that weird spoon kind of reflection where everything gets like flipped upside down and left to right and all that other weird stuff. For people at home, Carl has flipped his entire camera.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can see me. I'm trying to figure out how to do the reflection.
Yep, I'm trying to see. I'm also like writing.
I'm trying to rotate it.
So this is what I'll save you the effort. So when I first did this, I had a iPad in my hand. It was very easy to physically flip it around,
and yet that failed.
And even then, it didn't quite work. So I've done the flipping for you.
Because it turns out
Oh, thank
flipping
you.
and reflecting are not quite the same thing.
Whoa.
So if you-
Left.
You could sort of, if you wanted to in the physical space, you could maybe even drag the toilet over to the bed and pop it in the
Exactly.
middle. And this is
Yeah.
what you would see reflected in the base of the toilet.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that would not have worked with me flipping this thing around. Okay.
Yeah.
Feel bath
And fill bath
And-
and left tilt? No.
and tilt
Okay.
left.
And tilt left. Fill bath
Oh,
and tilt
fill
left.
bath and tilt
And
left.
tilt left.
Okay.
Oh my god,
I'm
we
reading this-
needed to fill the bath. We just had
The water
so
goes back in the
clue.
bath. I was
Water.
right. Validation.
Validation!
We all wanted to fill the bath.
Screaming
Tilt it
triumphantly.
left.
We run down and scoop it with all of our arms.
You do the last bits of water, the last thimbles of water, you also add to the bath, and it all goes down that drain hole, and still nothing is happening after you've done that. So,
I'm tilting it left. I don't know what
Tilt
that
it
left.
means. We're doing
We
it.
tilt it left.
yeah, you need to summon the best of your doll energy, because the more water you add, the harder this gets, so the less you want to do it. But again, it's telling you to do this. So you pick up the right side of the bath and you heave it. And this is tilting the drain hole closer to the bottom. And as you do that, you sort of try to lean it against a wall because that's very exhausting effort. And then you go and look at this drain hole. And there is something inside now that has floated up just enough to be within reach. It is small. It is not much. It is grabbable. It's a small shard of plastic that must have broken off something inside the bath. It is extremely sharp.
We're
Yes,
cutting the
cut
tape.
the tape.
Cut the
Cut
tape.
the tape.
Cut the
Cut
tape.
the tape. Free the beast.
This tape might be firm, but it's still tape, and the shard that you've got is very jagged. So you approach the wardrobe, and you run the shard vertically down the front middle where the doors meet, and the tape splits where you touch it. Barely any resistance. When you're done, you reach to open the doors, but they burst open on their own, and something big comes flying out, crashing into you. It bowls you over. It's gasping. It's panting. It's another doll.
Oh,
That was the worst thing you could have said.
Hate that.
Oh, thank you, it says. And you immediately recognize the voice. It's Pamela, your missing babysitter.
Oh no, I forgot about
Oh,
Pamela.
All right, Pamela, we're going to be
Pamela!
honest right here. We forgot all about you.
Yeah, this.
I have no idea what happened. I came into Vivian's room this morning. I told her to clean up, and then I don't know. I don't know what happened. But you know what happened. Vivian wished her away just like she did to you, and that means that the amulet actually only has one wish left in it.
All right,
So you have to get to it with even more urgency than before.
Okay, so Pamela, 2 quick questions for you.
Uh-huh.
If you have a moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's just take a breath. Okay, cool. Question 1.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get in there?
I have no idea.
Cool. That's scary. Question 2. I just need you to come up to me. I want to size up our shoulders. Are you are your shoulders thinner than mine? Are they thicker than mine? Are we the same?
The dolls
There's a
are
reason-
a slightly different build. Annoyingly, the shoulders don't look that different. She does have daintier arms than yours, you notice.
Okay. How married are you to your doll shoulders?
I don't know
have
if-
a shard.
I don't know how much doll shoulders can be planed down with plastic.
All right, fair point. Yeah, you did get more schooling than I did, and as we can all tell, I'm infamously terrible at math. Because she has dainty arms, so like if we got on each other's shoulders, like how high up the chimney are we gonna get?
Annoyingly, it gets narrow quite quickly. You can't make it very far.
You need to find like a long-range poking
You would need to be
device
basically
instead.
one arm wide to make it the full way up yourself, maybe.
Oh, I see.
We do have a pencil.
I thought we had a pencil sharpener.
Oh, Pamela, got another question for you. Same question as last time.
Okay.
But this time it's how much of your body are you married to? Because we do have a pencil sharpener and we are made out of.
No, sharpen
Well,
the doll.
I mean, I probably can't feel pain, right? We can't feel pain, can we?
We hit her to find out.
It seems like it annoys her but doesn't hurt her.
She feels
so that's
no pain.
something.
Great.
But why? Look, I will do it if you can give me a good reason to do it, because otherwise, why would I?
Well, Pamela, your duty is to the children. You're the babysitter, and I'm one of them, so...
Okay, that doesn't mean I do what you say. That's the exact opposite of how it works.
Yeah, cool. All right, here's the thing, Pamela. We're trying to find something that is wooden, that we can sharpen down. Kind of like that table
Like
downstairs that's made out of the really
or like
nice
a
wood.
chair leg, like something like we could just break off and sharpen that way.
You take a look around, you experiment with different pieces of wood, and weirdly, the only thing that seems like it would fit in that pencil sharpener is Pamela's arms. Everything else is just too big. But she is still just looking at you going, look, just tell me why. Why would I do this?
Because
Why do you want to give me point arms?
Our parents, I hear our parents pay you very well. So
This is just for fun?
People, this is a legitimate question for you as players. What do you try to achieve once you sharpen her arms? You don't need to convince her. That's not a puzzle. Just have a plan.
I don't understand.
We have the thimbles. We have the table that was made out of wood and had screws in it. But I feel like we don't have the devices with which to take off all the legs and then somehow jury rig them. Well, we do have tape.
You do have tape.
You do have tape.
You have tape.
But the only problem is they're screwed together.
Pamela, how would you like your arm to be a screw?
But what if we took both of Pamela's arms and then taped them together?
You take a look at these screws that are in the tables and chairs, and they're almost like teeny tiny hex holes rather than like Phillips head or anything.
Okay.
So it looks like if you could make a teeny tiny hexagon, it would work. And as far as you understand, when you sharpen a pencil, it doesn't make a perfect circle at the end.
All right, Pamela, we need your arm.
But like for this now.
For science.
For science.
Science.
Fine. Like, all right. I suppose it can't hurt, literally. Whatever. You take her to the pencil sharpener. She inhales. She sticks in one arm. Perfect fit. So you start rotating the pencil sharpener around her. And thank goodness she doesn't scream. She doesn't wince.
Thank God.
She just looks a bit annoyed at you. Oh well, after a few minutes, she pulls her arm out. Her hand is completely gone. Most of her arm is gone, but it is now around the elbow, a very, very fine point with the faintest of hexagonal shapes to it.
All right, let's take out those screws, yeah?
Congratulations,
Yeah.
you're Inspector Gadget now.
Yeah, great. I mean, at least if we don't get out of this, at least I should be able to fight back a little bit better.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Her pointy arm fits perfectly into the screws on the chairs. So she gets to work. She starts dismantling them, turning them into neat little planks. After she's about half done, her pointiness has run out and she doesn't have enough arm length to resharpen it. So with a sigh, she lets you go to town on her other arm as well.
Hopefully this doesn't translate to our real bodies or we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
when
you're
it's
really
so hard.
hoping. You just make sure that you word your wish very, very correctly. But once that's done, she
There's a reason
resumes
we
her
had
task.
her do it. We need to hedge our bets here.
Exactly. So once you've done her other arm, she resumes her task, and pretty soon the whole dining set is in pieces.
Do we want to just tape it up?
Yeah.
Are we able to
Do
tape
we
it
need
up?
to sharpen that also, or can we just tape?
Yeah, it all doesn't fit in the sharpener, but it is, like, if you tape it up into one long, narrow pole, you can get it into a good shape for it.
Okay,
Yay!
okay.
Oh.
Let's tape it up and poke the amulet out of the chimney.
The stick that you've made is wobblier than you expected, but that may play to your advantage. The chimney is so narrow, you need a bit of give to get it the whole way in and up. But once it's up, you follow it in so you can push it up as high as you can. Pamela, not a crazy amount of help right now, being armless, but she encourages you. And it works. The top of this stick is high enough and there, you manage to get a little bit of hook around the amulet and you give it a jab and knock it in your direction. And then a little bit of an extra pull on the chain to get it off the edge of the shelf. And then it comes hurtling down right towards you. You leap out of the way. It clatters into the chimney. Its fall is broken by the sticky outiest bits of your stick, and it clunks to the floor undamaged. Pamela lets out a cheer, and you can't resist a creepy, doll-faced grin. Excellent. You press your hands against it. Pamela presses her points against it. And you discuss the exact wording of your wish. You make sure that it comes out right. And when you make your wish to become fully formed humans again, a tremendous jolt goes through you. The sapphire suddenly shatters. It's used its final wish. It only takes a moment, but you feel every bit of that moment being stretched, pulled, inflated. You feel and hear a crunch as the dollhouse gives way to you. Pretty soon, you're you again. And Pamela is herself again too, hands and all.
Thank God.
I'm getting out of this freak show, she declares, and she races for the door. You, on the other hand, search your house for Vivian to confront her. You find her reading in the backyard, and when she sees you, she looks baffled, which makes you feel great. You shouldn't mess with me, you warn her. I always find a way out. And your stupid amulet won't work anymore. Vivian shrugs. Oh well. What, that's it? Yeah, it wasn't a great amulet anyway. Grandpa buys stuff kind of cheap. I mean, did you see what Mum and Dad sent me from their dig site? She holds up her right hand. Is that a new ring she's wearing? It's big, expensive looking, with a fat round ruby in the middle of it.
Oh, no.
It's an ancient relic from over 3,000 years ago. Vivian grins broadly. And legend says it can grant 10 wishes.
No!
And that's the end of the story.
Congratulations.
I love that.
I knew when this was Goosebumps, I'm like, we're not making it out. That's it. There's no escape. I was like, part of me was like, let's just wish for doll food. Like we're screwed regardless. So let's enjoy our remaining days.
That's it. Thank you for listening to Escape This Podcast. Don't forget to tune in next week for Podcast This Escape, where we debrief with our guest and discuss the escape room that we just escaped from.